Welcome back to the DKO Show. Today I'm just going to be talking about the trade deadline for the NBA that was done yesterday at 3 p.m., I believe. So today there's been a little time in between the trades, so I'm just going to talk about some trades that I think are going to be big, or that I think are going to be huge pieces for some teams and some big trades for certain teams. Now, this wasn't the most exciting trade deadline that we've had the past couple years. We've been spoiled the past 2 years on having big trades almost the past 2 years. At the deadline, this one wasn't that, but it was a bunch of small moves for teams who actually have a chance to win, or some teams who realize they're done and are just trading off pieces now. So the first trade that I'm going to talk about is Mavs traded for PJ Washington from the Hornets. The Hornets got in return Grant Williams and Seth Curry and a first-round pick, and they got 2 second-round picks in PJ Washington. For what they gave up for PJ Washington, I think it was worth it. I don't think you should have given up Seth Curry, but I still think that this will be a great move in the future for the Mavs. I think that PJ Washington has the ability to be a good, solid role player. He needs to adjust his attitude, and I feel like the Mavericks organization is good at adjusting players' attitudes. Look what they did with Kyrie. Kyrie was one of the most hated players in the league because of all the stuff that he was doing in Brooklyn and in Boston and all of that made him the most hated player in the league. And now, look at him. He's out of the media. You don't see anything about him anymore other than about his game. So I feel like this is a good move for the Mavericks and for PJ Washington, because, one, the Mavericks are getting a good role player who has the ability to start, and if you can get him up to that level, and I think you can. And this is a good move for PJ Washington because they're gonna help you stay out of trouble. So yeah, I think this is a good move for the Mavs. The next deal is bittersweet for me. It's the 76ers traded for Buddy Hield in a 3-team trade, which I didn't think was gonna end up being a 3-team trade when it came out. So the Sixers got Buddy Hield. The Pacers got Furkan Korkmaz, or if that's how you pronounce his name. Doug McDermott's coming back to Indy, baby. Got cash and 2 second-round picks. And the Spurs, we originally got Marcus Morris, and then we added the Spurs in on the 3-team trade. So they got one of our a second-round pick and Marcus Morris. They ended up releasing Marcus Morris, and the Pacers ended up trading one of those second-round picks to the Warriors, because I'm not talking about that deal later, so I'll just talk about that now. The Pacers traded one of these second-round picks, I believe it was the 2029 one, to the Warriors for Corey Joseph, who we cut. The Pacers also cut Furkan Korkmaz. So really the Pacers only got cash considerations and the 2024 second-round pick and Doug McDermott. Sixers got Buddy Hield, and Spurs only got cash and a second-round pick out of this whole deal because they also cut Marcus Morris. I think this is a good trade for the Sixers and the Pacers. I don't really see where the Spurs fit into this. That's why I'm really going to leave them out of this deal, because it really made – the only thing they got out of this was cash and a second-round pick. So I'm basically leaving them out of this trade. So basically between the Pacers and the Sixers, I think both teams won this trade. The Sixers got a good player in Buddy Hield. The Pacers got rid of an expiring contract and a player who hasn't been playing well this season and who just needed a change of scenery. And we still kept a little bit of shooting in Doug McDermott. We were able to bring him back to Indy. And it's going to be fun to see what he can do on this team with Haliburton and Siakam and what his role is going to be, because he was I think he was good when he was in Indy the first time. He was a good player. Not like a star player, but he was still a really good shooter for us, and we need shooting right now. And he plays a little bit of defense. I'm not saying he's great at defense, but he actually plays it. So we need defense. So I think this is a win-win for Pacers and Sixers. Spurs, I still don't understand how they fit into that 3-team trade. Next trade that I think is going to be a huge one is Thunder traded for Gordon Hayward from the Hornets. I think this is a good and bad trade for the Hornets, or for the Thunder, sorry. Yeah, you're adding a really good player in Gordon Hayward, but at the same time, you needed a big. You really, really needed a big. I don't understand why go out and get Gordon Hayward if you need a big. I understand if you added Gordon Hayward with a big, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. You're adding a good, solid role player who's been in the league for a long time and knows how to win because he was on those Celtics teams, or a couple of them near the end. But it doesn't make a lot of sense for the Thunder. Yeah, they kept all 18 of their first-round picks, but, dude, you got to start trading them for pieces. You could have gone out, packaged 3 first-round picks together, and gotten Lauri Markkanen or Vucevic or Jared Allen. You could have gotten one of those guys for 3 first-round picks and a bench player who isn't playing great for you. Now, they didn't give up much for Gordon Hayward. They gave up Trey Mann, Davis Bertans, however you pronounce his name, and 2 seconds. So, yeah, it's a great pickup because you're getting Gordon Hayward for basically nothing, and I think this will help them win, but I still don't understand why they didn't go out and get a big. So, good trade for the Thunder. Next trade, the Knicks traded for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks for basically nothing. I think this is a good pickup for the Knicks, and I promise I don't think that all of these are good pickups. Not all of them were, but this one I do think is a good one for the Knicks. They're adding Alec Burks and some shooting in Bogdanovic and getting rid of Ryan Archie. Why can I not pronounce his name? Arcidiacono, Malachi Flynn, and Quentin Grimes. Those 3 players I don't think you really need on your team. I understand why they put Evan Fournier in this trade because you at least have to put someone of value in this trade to get those 2 players, but I would have liked to see them keep Evan Fournier. He's playing decent for them this season, so yeah, I think he'll do well on the Pistons. This is a good trade for the Pistons because you need all the help you can get. You're getting 4 players back for 2. Granted, it's 2 players who have been playing very well for you, or Bogey has been playing very well for them. Alec Burks, he's been playing well the past couple weeks, but other than that, he really hasn't been playing great this season. But I think this is a win for the Knicks. I think the Pistons got fleeced a little bit, but they're also the worst team in the league, so I don't really think that they care if they get fleeced or not. They're going to be bad regardless. Next trade is Dennis Schroeder goes to the Nets for Spencer Dinwiddie, who's going to the Raptors. Raptors won this trade, and the Nets kind of got screwed over. Or I'm pretty sure they were the ones who were asking for Dennis Schroeder, and Dennis Schroeder is a good player, but I wouldn't be trading Spencer Dinwiddie for him. I don't love this trade. I think it was a little lopsided for the Raptors, them getting one of the best role players in the league, and Spencer Dinwiddie, in my opinion at least, he is one of the best. I think the Nets kind of screwed up here getting Dennis Schroeder and a very old Thaddeus Young. I think the Nets screwed up on this trade. I'm not going to lie. We'll see if I'm wrong in the future, but I think the Raptors fleeced the Nets. Next trade is Patrick Beverley is getting traded to the Bucks. 76ers decided to trade him for Cameron Payne and a 2027 second round pick. I think Beverly will do well on the Bucks. We'll see how it goes. I like this trade for the Bucks. You're getting a very experienced veteran and a locker room guy. And yeah, this is a great trade for the Bucks. That's really all I can say about this trade. Sixers were trading off pieces left and right because Embiid, it originally came out that he was going to be out for season. Now they're trying to push him back in a month or two, or 2 to 3 months, whatever it was. But great trade for the Bucks. Sixers are just trying to figure something out at this point. Next trade is the Bucks trade Robin Lopez to the Kings for draft rights to whoever this is. Demetrius Agravanis. I haven't looked at anything for the upcoming draft, so I have no idea who this is. Pretty good pickup for the Kings. You get a veteran big and some cash, but other than that, there's not much to say on it. Next trade kind of breaks my heart a little bit, but the Raptors get Kelly Olynyk from the Jazz. The Raptors get Kelly Olynyk, and I love this player. I love watching him, but I can never pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure it's O'Shea Agbaj, if that's how you pronounce it. I watch him a lot. I watch the Jazz a lot, and I still can't pronounce his name. But why were the Jazz making trades? I understand they're not the greatest team in the West, and yeah, they need to trade away some pieces. But I don't think these were the pieces. I understand trading away Olynyk. Yeah, he's a piece that you want to trade away. But O'Shea, I don't think you should be trading him away. The vibes were good in Utah. They've been playing very well and as good as they can be with not having a single star on that team. And I understand we can go back and forth on if Lauri Markkanen is a star or not, but still, I don't think that was a piece to trade. Now you are getting Otto Porter and Kira Lewis and a first-round pick from the Raptors, but I don't understand this trade. I don't love it. I think the Jazz were fleeced a little bit. Next trade is the Timberwolves getting Monte Morris from the Pistons. Not really much to say on this one. Great ad for the Timberwolves. Moving on to the Rockets trade. This one was on February 1st. This will be my last trade, but it is Steven Adams goes to the Rockets, for Victor Oladipo and 3 second-round picks. Why the hell the Grizzlies traded Steven Adams is beyond me. Terrible pickup for the Grizzlies, but great pickup for the Rockets. But, yeah, that is all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Peace.